everyone. How you doing? It's kind of hard being cooped up inside, I know, but take advantage of the sunshine while you can. And I'm going to read you a bedtime story. So are you ready for bed? Do you have your jammies on? Do you have your favorite stuffy? Your blankie? Have you brushed your teeth? Yeah? Check? All set? Okay, so let's get started. We are going to read Miss Spider's Tea Party. I haven't read this for a long time, but I know it was one of my kids' favorite books, and it's written by David Kirk. All right, here we go. I really like the pictures in this book, too. They're really bright and colorful. Here we go. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the sky. She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. If I had friends like these, she sighed, who'd stay a while with me, I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea. See how colorful those pictures are? Pretty cool, huh? Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day. But when Miss Spider begged, "Please stay," they shrieked, "Oh no!" and dashed away. There's Ike and May. They were afraid of Miss Spider. Three fireflies flew inside that night, their spirits high, their tails alight. They spied the web and squeaked in fear, "We'd better get away from here." The little trio did not feel they'd care to be a spider's meal. There's the fireflies. Four bumblebees buzzed by outside. "Please come to tea," Miss Spider cried. The four ignored her swaying there. She waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last. "We'd be fools to take our tea with anyone so spidery." Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind the broom, five grinning faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled, her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the gloomy nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to rubber bugs. Do you guys have any rubber bugs at home? I know I used to. Well, my kids used to. I don't know where they are anymore. Some ants strode in, they numbered 6, but ants and spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses. The proud platoon turned up their noses. Oh, that wasn't very nice, was it? A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. She probably thought the butterflies were flowers. They're just as colorful, huh? The tea table was set for 8, with saucers, cups, and silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service gleamed, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company in no demand left her a cup for every hand. That's right, spiders have 8 legs, huh? So there was a cup for every hand of Miss Spider's. 9 spotted moths kept safe and warm in a shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash and watched the jagged lightning flash. Miss Spider dropped down on a thread, a silver tray above her head. She'd hoped to please them, but instead... See them all taking shelter from the storm? You see Miss Spider's legs up here? She'd hoped to please them, but instead they flew away in mortal dread. Oh my gosh, they were so scared. "They've left me all alone," she cried. She dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. It's plain no bug will ever stay. Her tears splashed down upon the tray. Aw, poor Miss Spider. "10 tiny steaming cups of tea were perched atop her trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed, then heard a cough, and turned to see a small wet moth. A fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again." That means his wings were too wet. He couldn't fly. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They talked and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the air. I think she made a friend. What do you think? The moth told Ike, then Ike told May, who went from bug to say, "There is no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm." So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. There they all come. There they all are, sitting having tea. "12 tender violets in a vase, presented at Miss Spider's place. Set by her chair so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to watch her feast upon the floral centerpiece. It was a great relief to see she ate just flowers and drank just tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before too long our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their lovely children too." The end. I hope you liked that story of Miss Spider. She just wanted to make a friend, and she finally did. She made 10 friends, huh? All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the story. I hope you've brushed your teeth and you're all snug and ready for bed now, and we'll do this again soon. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.